Hello everybody and welcome to the very first episode of Crazydukky Plays Casual Gwent. Now, this is technically episode 0 in my book because in this episode I'm just going to play the tutorial for you so you guys can understand what's going on in the game when we're playing it in the future. So, let's hop right into the tutorial, no time to waste. Dijkstra. Really believe you can dupe me with that tail you just pulled from your arse? 5 strength, siege, loyal. Convert all other gold units to silver. Oh, couldn't read it. Couldn't read it fast enough. I'm not the Flash. Whether or not you already knew that, you know. Hey, not my call to make. Oh, I should have read that. So Gwent is a game where 2 armies lock in mortal struggle on the field of battle. The goal is to win 2 rounds against your opponent. I actually already know all these rules because I played in the actual video game The Witcher 3, so I know the rules, but for you guys I'm going to try to restate what I got here. Alright, so let's continue. So, crowns show your progress to victory, and so full crown means that you won 2 rounds, you win the game. So, here we go. Top crown is the opponent's, bottom is yours. You get half a crown each time you win a round. And you get both halves, you win the game. Bingo. I mean, I'm just reading off of here. I know you guys can read. I don't doubt your ability as smart individuals to read, but, you know, it helps fill in the blank space of my noise. So let's continue. So you have the numbers right here in the corners. Those are the total strengths of the army. Whoever has the highest number wins at the end of the round. So a lot of that comes down to like bluffing. It's a little like a mix of poker in some regards. So, you know, you're gonna see that this is kind of a cool game, and I'm really excited to play this for you. So let's see. As you can see, some cards have already been placed on the battlefield. These are units. So you have on the closest row, you have your melee units. These ones are ranged units, the bow, and then the very back line is your siege units. And each one of these has a certain weather effect card that you can play that neutralizes them and that brings them down to one number on here. Instead of 5, it'd say 1. Instead of 8, it'd say 1. So if someone played a biting frost and an impenetrable fog, I'd be down to, instead of having 8 and 5, which is 13, I would have 1 and 1. That would put me down to 2. So that would really hurt my chances to win the round. But there are other cards that neutralize weather effects, like Clear Skies, I believe it's called. It will take away those effects. So I know this tutorial is going to go into that, so I'm just going to let it tutorialize instead of having me tell you guys exactly what's going on in any, you know, given second. So let's continue. So you can only play, each player can only play 1 card per turn. Once this is done, it is the other player's turn. Your opponent will play first in this match. Got it. Alright. Each unit has an assigned position. That's exactly what I just talked about. You have your melee units, your ranged units, and then you have your siege units. Now you can tell which row a card will go on by the little icon right here on the side. So right now we have 2 melees and a ranged. So let's play Geralt. And you click and drag, so it's like a nice little interface that you guys would probably get used to in the coming years, or I can double press enter. Damn it. But I'm gonna just click and drag from now on because I think that's cooler. But let's continue. So I added Geralt. His strength adds onto here. So 8 plus 12 equals 20, plus 5 plus 0, 25. Bingo. So now I'm higher than the opponents. They have to play a card that is equal to 5 or greater in order to be able to beat me. But not every turn has to end with the opponent being at a higher number than you. You could, for example, in this scenario, I could have 25, which I do, but they have 21. They could play a spy card, which will give me more strength, but they'll be able to draw cards, and so there's a lot of little nuance to the game like that, so I'm really excited to try to get in here and do that. But that was, you know, pretty straightforward. Just gonna be a little lizard dude, and alright, so play my cards in any remaining order, because they have, you can see they have 1 card, I have 2, I'm going to play that dude. You know, still take my advantage. Oh, and look, he just played a 7. I have an 8. Click.
Long live etc.
Click and drag, Tom. It's okay. And so now I'm at 40. They're at 35. I win the round. I win the game. My total strength is higher than your opponent's, meaning you've won the first battle. Alright. Alright, I believe you. So here's Siri, and she's going to be gone in a flash. Look at that, gone immediately. So, redrawing cards is a very important step. It's at the very beginning of the game. You get to choose what you want in your deck right off the bat, because you can only draw cards if you have cards that say you can draw cards. So cards are very, very valuable. So let's see. I'm gonna go with this. All battles start with a mulligan. During this phase, you can swap up to 3 cards. In the game, it used to be 2, but 3 cards is a good choice too. Helps bring a little more balance to it. So let's see. During the next battle, for new cards drawn from your deck. Yep, got it. Let's start by swapping out the decoy, commander's horn, and first light. So let's click on that. Gotta swap out you, and swap out you. Open a round by playing a strong card. You know, it's a good strategy.
Damn it.
Alright, your opponent is about to play a card that musters more cards to the battlefield. That means all copies of this card in your opponent's deck will instantly appear on the battlefield. So, let's see what they can bring to the table here. And that's usually the monster's gimmick. So every deck that you see has a sort of pseudo gimmick to it. You have the monster cards, which tend to draw in more cards, and you know, you have other types of cards. In the game Witcher 3, when you were playing Gwent, the Northern Realms was more of a siege focused, backline focused damage dealer. So let's continue. Let's get through this tutorial. So some units can deal damage to other units, reducing their strength. Play Vernon Roach card right now to choose which enemy unit to damage. So let's throw in Roach.
To north, to Mary.
And say, I like the guy in the front most. So, boom. See ya. So this is just the graveyards. That's nice. Alright, and so they just mustered another set of people. So, technically, when I see my own hand, when I was playing a monster deck, and I would see one Necker in there, I'd be like, okay, I have a few Neckers in my deck. This is not really a 3, but a 9. And it's a 9 split between 3 dudes, so it's pretty hard to counter sometimes. So we just have a lot of people here. So I want to play some Siege, hit the Arrakis, boom. So they're about to play Scorch, which destroys the strongest unit on the battlefield. But you may be asking, why did they not affect these gold cards? But that's because gold cards are actually immune to most card abilities, and you can see them by the gold borders, so that's sweet. This would be a good time to pass. If that happens, you will have a card advantage and be very well positioned to win the remaining rounds. Alright, losing a round does not mean you've lost the battle. You only need to win 2 out of 3. So, we're going to pass. I like the little coin flip here, indicating that whose turn it is. And once you pass, you actually can't play anymore for that round whatsoever. Once you say, I'm good, this is where I'm staying, you're basically tempting your opponent to say, alright, you know what? I can beat you, and I can beat you like this. So let's continue in round 2. So at the start of the second round, both players draw 2 cards from their deck. And I have a significant card lead over them because they have 5. I have, it looks like, 7. Got it. And I will have 9 at the beginning of this round. So that's really cool. Okay, so let's get going. I think I'm going to play this. Take 2 away from him. He's still going to be in the lead of this by 1. Ay, ay, ay. Removes 4 from me? That's crazy. Let's take the lead there. Whoa. Tie.
For Radovid!
I think that's where a lot of the fun of this Let's Play is going to come through. Is me just shouting what they shout, but in weird voices. So I hope you're ready for that, because I am. So, now you have more total strength than your opponent who has just passed. There's no point in playing any more cards. You must have some cards left to play in the last round. So, let's pass. They have 15, we have 17. Let's see if we can win this game. We can, the third round, you draw one card at the third round. Each of you has half a crown. Whoever wins the last round wins the game. You guys are probably well aware of what the concept of a best 2 out of 3 is, so I don't think we need to say much more than that. Okay, let's start with a
Best give up now!
Get a good powerful card on the field. Okay. Add 2 strength to all of your other Blue Stripes commandos. Well, I don't have any more, so looks like I'm just gonna play one of these guys.
Finally!
And wait. I like to wait things out on the cards that have abilities, just so I know exactly what is on the field and what I can do with
Finally!
So we're sitting at 8, 14, 22, 22 to 15 is great. So they just passed for no good reason. I'm assuming these cards are not useful to them. But, so they can't increase their strength because they passed and they can't play anymore. I have more strength than them. I'll just pass and win the game. Easy. Alright, so let's continue. Odrin.
Ested esa crisa.
Close ranks! Everton, this is full test.
Alright, so let's get in here, and I think they're just going to let us play around here. So, spawn an exact copy of this unit on the same row. So this is technically a 6, and this is a 6. This is a 5 minus 2, so technically this would be a 7 because you're subtracting 2 from their side. So 7, 7. I think I will redraw all this done banner. They didn't have any abilities, and these guys have their abilities to just spawn another unit. I think that was the right choice. Now, I will learn how to use my leader card, but let's start by playing this unit.
Best give up now!
You shall die, worm.
Alright, your opponent has used his leader. Leaders can use once per game. Using a leader ends your turn just like playing a card. Okay, so my leader ability is choose a bronze unit on your side and create an exact copy on that row. So I'm thinking, it's a bronze. Okay, so these are bronze as well. I was thinking, right now, if I played one of these onto it, I mean, it's not going to let me. It wants me to learn how to play a leader card, but you can see, if I played a poor infantry, it spawns an exact copy of that unit on the same row. Well, if I spawn a copy of that unit, would it then spawn a new copy? Would I be able to play poor infantry again and then have the same bonus proc? Well, I don't know, but that's what we're gonna find out through playing and through maybe you guys playing along and teaching me a little bit more about the game, because you know, 2 heads are better than 1, and the entire YouTube fan base that I have right now is definitely more than 2 heads. So they're about to play a weather card that I already talked about, but let's take a look. Lightning Frost. Boom. They do not affect gold units. So gold units they're always that strength. They're always that number, no matter what happens on the field. But we have a first light card, so we can play that. It'll get rid of the weather effect. So it'll be clear skies. Put me right back to 16. So it's there. Play a little something. Ooh, Commander's Horn. Love Commander's Horns. They double the strength of the units that you call out. So Commander's Horn can be used on any of the 3 rows. As you can see, you now have a significant lead over your opponent. You can now pass and win the round by holding space, or clicking on that. Boom. 32 to 18. Now starting round 2, again we draw 2 cards, so check that out. Alright, now you know the basics. Continue playing to find out more about the game, the tactics you can set in motion, and the foes you will face. With each battle, you'll gain experience and hone your skills. Use that knowledge to bring your enemies to their knees. Good luck, and have fun. So, it's the last message. Goodbye, tutorial, and we will play out the rest of this. And then I think for you guys, just for you guys, I'm going to open a card keg and see what fun cards that we can get from playing this game. So let's go. Alright, so I want to... There's no point in using ones that remove abilities yet. They don't, they don't remove strength because they
Got any victuals?
don't have any.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
They don't have any cards on the field yet. Okay. I want to drop. I don't want to drop that yet. Now I can drop something that removes strength, and I think this would be great. Remove 5 strength from an opposing.
The north, to marry.
Boom. See you later. It's a big play right there. Okay, they're at 10. I'm at 13. I'll drop another one of these
You can
guys.
try to win them all, but you won't.
Alright, so they're just making sure that we don't play any siege units. We only have these 2, which can remove strength, so it's probably not the worst idea. But I definitely want to play on here. It's at 31. And on my next turn, I'm going to pass, say, hey, if you can beat me, you can have this round. Because it puts me in a huge position, a huge card advantage for the last round, especially given that 1, 2, 3 of the cards have removed strength. So I can remove a total of 8 strength from their remaining cards if they decide to win this round, but I don't think they can. So let's continue, let's pass, and see what they can bring to the table. Okay, 3. They're at 20, I'm at 31. Okay. 31 to 23. 31 to 31, they have to play one more card. And there it is, 32 to 31, they beat me, but you can see, in the 3rd round, they only get to draw 1 card. So now they'll have 3 cards, and I will have 8, which is huge. So let's just play. Let's play this 8 right here.
Long live, etc., etc.
I bet you I could pass right now. Oh, he did the favor for me. So let's just stack the freaking board, right? Boom. Now you have no cards. This is very disrespectful. I'm only doing it because.
Nice mess you've got here. Nice mess you've got here.
So let's continue.
Best give up now.
Stacking the board. Throw guns on it.
I hate portals.
And put that one on there.
I've no interest in
Look at
politics.
that, 58 to 0 in that last round. That's, hey. Not my fault the computer's not good at this game. Either way, that's the tutorial in a nutshell. I hope you guys learned a little bit about how the game is played. Of course, in the coming months and the coming episodes of the series, we're going to explore sort of what we can do in different aspects of building decks and playing certain cards. So I hope you don't get too confused, and everyone's learning together, so you're not really going to be left behind. So let's just read this last little message. So, congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. Now that you've mastered the basics, you're ready to test your mettle against other players. Good luck, and have fun. Alright, so do I want to play the deck builder tutorial? Not in this video, guys, not in this video. Maybe we'll play some tutorials in a little bit. Maybe, but right now, I want to open a keg. You can see right here in the corner, I have 1 keg. Let's open this. Do you want to open the card keg now? Duh. Alright, let's do this. Come on, my friend. Bam! look at these. This is why I love the card backs. I really hope that the people that make my logo, I hope that you consider these card backs in your design, because they are so beautiful. The artwork on this game is phenomenal. So let's reveal these cards. Ah, Necker, no big deal. Let's get the other monster one out of the way. Wow! I can do his voice. Remove weather from its row and reset all weakened and non-immune units. Okay, that's cool. That's essentially a cancel weather effect on that row card. That's really good. Let's get rid of this one. Dol Blathana Archer. Remove 5 strength from a non-gold unit. That's also really good too. I mean, it's a 2, but it's -5, so it's like a 7 if you play it at a right time. So let's unveil the last card here. Blue Stripes Commando. I love the concept of this card, that it gets stronger every time that you play more Blue Stripes Commandos. It's really cool. It could become an unstoppable force. And here's the one cool thing about card kegs, is that you can actually choose your last card. And so you can see right at the top, it says I own 2 of the Hawker supports, and I own 1 of the Arrakis Behemoths, but I have 0 of the Reaver Hunters. So add 1 strength to all your other Reaver Hunters, wherever they are. And I think I'm going to choose that. I think it's cool. After 2 turns, play a Reaver Hunter from your deck. Oh, that's cool. So I don't have to actually play another one. If I have it in my deck, it'll play another one. That's wicked cool. I like, what is that? I wonder what that 2 means. Is that armor? Huh. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting stuff on here, but I think I'm definitely going to get this one. Even though I don't have another one of that type. But here are my 5 cards, and there goes my card keg. Alright, guys. I think that we're going to end the video looking at my pal right here. And I'm going to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to ask you all, please, if you liked the video, like it, subscribe, hit the little notification button right next to the subscribe button. I used to think that was the same whole button, but it's actually 2 little separate buttons. Oh my god! Either way, I am Crazydukky. This is episode 0 of the Casual Gwent Let's Play, and I hope you've enjoyed so far. And there are going to be plenty more videos to come, so stay tuned. But until then, peace.